Welcome to the League One Game of the Week with myself, Alex Simmons.
And me, Leon Price.
Pricey, a great weekend of League One action, some thrilling games, but we've got to talk about the London series. We were there filming and we had some great fan engagement. A little girl, as you can see now, winning a dime at $3,500, and she was from Toronto. Maple Leaf Diamonds gave away the diamond. Eloise spoke about it last week on the Championship Wrap, and a little girl from Toronto won the diamond. Amazing day. $3,500 diamond giveaway.
I couldn't do without $3,500. Well done, that's fantastic, brilliant. Yeah, really pleased for her. Yeah, if I'd known about it, I've entered it myself.
Mate, well, you were too busy on the sidelines. And London Scholars, 34, Workington Town, 32. Awful result. 26-10 up at half-time. And have you woosad? Have you calmed down a little bit yet?
No, not really. I think I was very mindful that we'd be coming here today and talking about the result, obviously, talking about our game. And I think it's, it'd be easy for me to sit here and say we did this wrong and we did that wrong and blah, blah, blah. But I think what I'd like to do is pay massive respect to Jermaine Coleman and the London Scholars. There's some guys that I've played there with before, Americaro, Ellis McCartney, and a few, Joe Brown, who was at Wigan, and a few younger kids who have come down from the Wigan Academy. Listen, they've not, I'm not sure how many games they've won this year, but to beat us at their place from 26-10 down at half time shows that, they've got some team spirit, and I'd just like to applaud them. I thought they came back fantastically and ended up, and I think they scored 26 unanswered points against us, who have been travelling really, really well. So, Jermaine's doing very, very well down there, and it's hard with the budget and the player pool and what have you. So, to get a result against us, I think, they should be applauded.
The display from your players in the second half left a little bit more to be desired.
Yeah, it's just one of them.
It's a coach killer.
Yeah, I've definitely got a few more grey hairs, and I've not slept well for the last 2 or 3 nights, let's put it that way, just overthinking what's gone on and doing the video. I just think, for me personally, it's probably not acceptable for us as a club to go away, and this is not meant to be with any disrespect to London Scholars whatsoever. We should be winning those games, especially we've won games far harder than that this season. We beat Siddle with 15 men. We only had 16 fit against Newcastle the week before, and to go in 26-10 at half time and really still be in second gear, and we should be finishing those games off. So it's unacceptable for me as a coach to be coaching, and for the players. I've got to take some responsibility that it's just not good enough.
Right, let's look at another big game in League One, and it was a great result for Dennis Betts and Simon Finnegan. Newcastle 28, Oldham 22. 3 tries in the first 22 for Oldham, and the first 2 after errors from Newcastle had led to penalties. Yeah,
It's not a surprise, but you always get, like we said before, when Betts came in, you're going to get a reaction. You're going to get a reaction from the Newcastle boys, and we've played them for the last 2 weeks on the trot. They've got some fantastic players. We've played them the last 2 weeks, week after week, and really impressed with their fullback. He plays fullback or 6, Lewis Young.
Yep.
But he's a player, Lewis Clegg, who stole the headlines for me, a hat-trick. Fantastic player, very, very dangerous. So yeah, he's probably their highlight for last weekend's game.
Let's go down to West Wales now, as the West Wales Raiders take on the Keighley Cougars, and a resounding 56-12 win for the Cougars, another marker down for their season. Yeah,
they've been going really, really well. Obviously, they've got some, like we spoke about before, some good young halfbacks. They're a good, resilient team. It's kind of expected a little bit going down there to West Wales. They started the season a little bit better than they did last year, but I think it's a bit of a concern now with the starting to rack up some points week in, week out. So good win for Keighley, and that Lingard will be really happy with that.
Yeah, and Keighley now to -5, nearly getting into the positives.
Yeah, well, that goes to show you as well how good they're doing. It's a massive disruption. I've been there before when you get deducted points for administration. It's out of the players' hands. But what they've done since then, I think the club's got to take massive credit for how they've re-established the team. The coach has got them playing some good rugby, and they're going to be right up there.
Doncaster time. I love Doncaster. Carl Hall, one of my big mates in Rugby League. Doncaster 44, Coventry 18. Impressive result. The Dons seem to be on the way back.
They do. Well, they're thereabouts anyway from the start of the season. I think it were only 16-12 at half time, so shows you they've had a massive second half. I know one of my friends, Connor Bauer, he got 2 tries.
4 quick tries in the second half.
Yeah, and I played with him at Hull FC, so it was good to see the young lads I played with when I was at Hull FC. There's quite a few players that were, maybe not made it at Hull, but can come through and play at Doncaster and get themselves a good career. And so I really get along with Carl Hall and obviously ex-teammates with Richard Horn at Hull FC, so I'm pleased for him.
And discipline played a part for Coventry with 3 in the bin. You can't do that, can you?
No.
If you want to win a game.
No, and especially on that field, the field's really, really wide. So if you're down to 12 men, it's very easy to pick numbers off which side to go. As soon as you see which side have got the numbers less, you take that side. It makes it so much easier to attack again. So for good half-backs, or just for anybody really, when you're down to 12, 11 men, it makes it very, very difficult.
There's one 18-year-old kid I've got to mention, and he's a lad who really, really impressed me when I went to the Newcastle game, the first game of the season when they played Doncaster. Conor Wynne was, for me, the outstanding player on display. And it just proves, he made his debut for Hull FC this week, and it just proves that, you know, the League One pathway, everyone says, oh, we need reserves, but it is working for some people, obviously. Playing for Doncaster on dual reg and then getting his chance in the Hull first team now.
Yeah, I think it just shows you that it can be done. The whole part of being dual reg with a club is for the kids to get a chance at some point. They're going to have to come up and play, and you know it shows you that it can be done. It can work. These lads that are 17, 18, 19, they can't keep playing academy rugby all their lives. They need to play against men. And so the League One's a good breeding ground for them to play, to get some physicality, to play a little bit quicker than they would do if it was an academy. It's still a massive step up to Super League from there, so well done to them.
Now it's time to go to our feature game, and it's from the Rec this week as Whitehaven take on Hunslet. Check this out.
Hunslet with the ball on the goal line, nice little drop-off play, held up just short. Did he get there? No, he didn't, just short. Jack Lee, oh, it's a cheap try. Show and go from Jack Lee, the number 9. It's a soft try from Whitehaven to conceive, but he'll be happy with that one. Nice ball back to Dion Air. He's going to go across the field, puts a lovely little grubber through. Who's going to get there first? Oh, he's going to get there first. It's Tom Wilkinson. Tom Wilkinson from Whitehaven gets down, beats the Hunslet full-back. Fantastic finish. Callum Phillips, dummy half, gets out, goes across. Oh, for Jesse Joe. Oh, he did him on the outside. Oh, lovely little feint, scores. Jesse Joe in the corner. It's a big try for Whitehaven. Fantastic finish, 1-on-1 on his outside. Great try. Goal line attack now. Ball comes back to Dion Air. Dion Air taking a line on. Show and go. Can he get there? Scored. What a try, Dion Air. That's a big try. Hunslet now in some good ball attack. Let's see what they come up with. Nice little switch play, goes out the back. Another ball out the back, fantastic ball. And that's Jimmy Watson who'll score in the corner for Hunslet. Fantastic set play, switches from the right, back to the left side, down the shots. And that's it, that's full time. That's a massive win for Whitehaven, 16-12.
Pricey, you lose this weekend, Whitehaven win.
Did you have to mention that?
Just saying. Hashtag just saying. It must make it a little bit harder up there because it's like a little bit of, any little bit is a bragging right up there.
Absolutely, yeah. It was the same when I played for Hull FC. As soon as you won or lost a game, you always looked at the Hull car result. Yeah. Every game, no matter what. And it's exactly the same up there. So it puts a bit of pressure on us this weekend. Yeah. But they're going well. They're going really well. So yeah, you do, like you say, you always keep an eye on the result because there's such a big rivalry.
And to get the win over Hunslet, it's a great result because Hunslet have been flying high.
Yeah, listen, anybody that goes has got to travel up to the Rec, away up to Cumbria. It's tough. When people come to our place, it's tough. Whitehaven are going really, really well. They're playing really, really well. But like you say, Hunslet were going good. They'd been unbeaten up to that point. Yeah. But Whitehaven have got some quality players. Callum Phillips, Dion Air, just two to mention. That they're a really dangerous team.
Looking towards this weekend, mate, it's the big one. Heading to Headingley Stadium for Leeds away in the Challenge Cup.
Wow.
How did you feel when you got the draw? Because you hate Leeds.
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I'll tell. Let me put it like this: when I'm from Bradford, my mum hates Leeds. She brought it through me, and then when they were playing, I did the same rivalry against them because we're local rivals. That's what we, Leeds think they're better than us. We don't. But that for me, that brings out fire and a bit of passion. But now, when you're retired, it's not the same. You don't feel the same. I've got a lot of admiration for the winning 7 or 8 Super Leagues, bringing through a golden generation that I played against, the way that Headingley's developed as a stadium. So it's kind of calmed down now. Yeah. When you're playing, it gives you an extra motivation because you want to beat them more because you don't like them and fans boo you. But when I'm retired now and I have a lot of respect for what they've done as a club.
But you really want to get a result this week?
Listen. let's be realistic. You've got a Super League team with some of the best players in the world playing against a set of part-time players. Realistically, we should never win this game.
Yeah.
But Leeds are in a tough spot.
Why? Tell me why. Why do you think Leeds are in a tough spot at the moment?
Well, I know people like to have a debate. Is it a transitional period? Blah blah. But it is for me a transitional period. You have lost a golden generation of world-class players who have all gone over the last 4 or 5 years. You know, you don't replace Sinfields and Peacocks. You know,
Burrow,
Maguire. You keep on talking. They're not just good players. They're once-in-a-generation players. They're Great Britain. They guys were playing for Great Britain when they were 18, 19 for Great Britain. So
Chev Walker back
Chev
in
Walker, Ryan Bailey. Richard Mathers,
Lee Smith.
They're all Leeds lads that all came through at the same time, that all played for Leeds and played for Great Britain.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan this year, last one.
So what I'm trying to say is, how you rebuild from when they're go is the hardest thing. So look at Man United, that class of '92. They all left. Man United have not won Premiership since. It's not easy to replace world-class players who are from Leeds or been through the Leeds system. Unfortunately, when you're such a successful club, the fans and the area demand success. So you've not got long to sort it out.
And they're going to be hoping to get the win over you to go into the quarter-final of the Challenge Cup. But how do Workington Town beat Leeds Rhinos? Fooey, power.
Well, I think for our boys and for myself, it's going to be.
You have to stay in the game.
It's just, well, you've got to remember they're playing against full-time athletes. Our lads go to work every week and train twice a week. They train every single day. So you're playing against athletes, against some of our lads who maybe struggle with the speed and the physicality. I mean, Conrad Hull's destroyed it at Super League level. So good luck to my centre.
Who's playing centre?
I don't know.
Good luck, mate.
Yeah.
Good luck.
But no, all joking aside, with them kind of games, you've got to try and slow it down a little bit and try and play at our pace, and just give yourself a chance. You've got to obviously defend massively for 80 minutes. And you've also got to believe. We've got to go there with a little bit of belief and make sure that we put in a performance that does our club and our team proud.
So Workington go to Leeds, and the only other League One team still in it, Doncaster, take on Batley. Now we're at the Batley game this weekend. They're my local team now. I moved up that way. And Batley played amazing to beat Widnes at home. And the only time they led in the game were the last 2 minutes. A great result for those guys.
Just when it counts. Yeah, good for Disco, who I played rugby with when we were amateur. So they've been up and down as well, haven't they, Batley this year? They've struggled quite a little bit. So to beat Widnes is a massive result. So I'm really pleased for him.
But Doncaster are going to be confident going into that game.
Doncaster will be confident. Doncaster are a very good team. They've been playing well this year, obviously getting a good win against Coventry, but in Challenge Cup anything can happen, can't it?
What's happening then? Doncaster or Batley?
Well, let's go with Orney, and let's go with Doncaster. Let's go for a surprise. Because if we get them, they will be the underdogs. They played on home field, home advantage. Then again, they won't have no dual reg players. And Batley, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go Batley.
Biggest split reversal of all time.
I'll go Batley then. Go.
He's going Batley. And Workington Leeds, obviously you've got to go Workington.
Obviously.
But I'm going to go Workington because I'm married now. Go to the town. You've got a dare to dream. And anything could happen. It's the Challenge Cup and that's the magic.
But you're a Leeds fan,
competition. I'm not a Leeds fan. I'm a Milford Marlins fan. And this weekend, the biggest game of the weekend, Milford Marlins versus Stanley.
Big game.
Saturday afternoon.
Oh, is that a derby?
It's a derby, mate.
It's a big game, that.
It's a derby. And also another amateur team, we've got to mention them, Thatoith Crusaders.
Brilliant result.
They're playing this weekend, Challenge Cup. It's another round down. Could they make it to the quarterfinals?
Oh, who knows? This is why the Challenge Cup's so special. But just to beat,
tough.
Yeah, it'd be tough. Just to beat North Wales is a massive result for the club. You know, they get to go to a semi-professional team. They get to have a day out. They get to have share the gate.
Yeah.
So they've already won in my eyes. They've already won. Fantastic from them.
Thatoith, good luck to Rich Owen and everyone down there. Have a great day. Right now, we'll see you next week right here in the Hourly Gap with myself, Alex Simmons.
And me, Leon Price.
Cheers.